Good morning, everyone. I was just looking at the first reading for today from the book of Exodus, and we find in there the story of Moses and how Moses' mother was in a situation where the Pharaoh was basically having all young children of the faith other than his drowned. I mean, how sad was it? All the young boys were being drowned, so that they couldn't continue to generate new life. And so she fell pregnant and she gave birth to this little boy, and she's got to find a way to save him. So she put him into a little basket, which was obviously able to float, and released it into the rivers to where she knew that other people would find him. And that is exactly what happened. I don't need to give you all the details of the story. Needless to say, Moses survived and became quite a significant figure in the Old Testament. But what I thought is that there's so many of these kinds of stories that we find in the Bible, particularly in the Old Testament, but throughout the Bible. They sometimes surprise us, the kind of things that happen. So, how can people who've done such strange things be so significant in the life of certainly of the Jewish people, and in terms of their tension with both the Egyptians and the Romans? If you want to read a story which is full of intrigue and adventure and all those wonderful things, you don't need to go to the library to find all of those novels and strange things like that. You can find them in the Bible, and I do encourage you to read the Bible, but read it as an entire document. Now, I'm not saying that I've read the Bible from cover to cover. I've read bits of it in places and so forth, and in so doing filled in all the patches. Because if we are familiar with what the Bible is saying, it's an entirety, then we understand the full message. There's a real danger in reading bits and pieces. As I've said to you before, sometimes the message we pick up can be quite disturbing. For example, I think I have quoted the book of Proverbs, where it says it is better for a man to sleep on the roof of the house than to stay in the house with a nagging wife. Now, that's not necessarily a way that you're going to have harmony in the house. And if we were to take that in isolation, that would create some great difficulties in family life. So we need to make sure that we read the whole story, read the whole background, familiarize ourselves with it, and grow and learn about what is that the word of the Lord is all about. So if you haven't got a Bible, if you haven't got a good one, I do recommend the Africa Bible because it's easy to read and good references. Get one. And let's learn more about the Lord. You have a wonderful day and stay safe. God bless. Bye-bye.